It's the most wonderful time of the year. If you know what that means. It's Q4! Bet you weren't expecting that one, huh? In all seriousness, to anyone who's in the retail world, the majority of money is made in Q4, aka the holidays. Today we're going to be going over how to be successful as a reseller in Q4. Let's go. Before I get any further into this video, I have to say I am collaborating today with my beautiful friend Karina. We are both full-time resellers as well as moms, and so today I'm going to be doing tips on how to be successful as a reseller in Q4. Meanwhile, she's going to be talking about the fact that kids are going back to school. How do you juggle that life? What are some tips to be successful as a reseller and also a mom? Because let me tell you, it is sometimes very, very tricky and a very hard thing to juggle, but this is why her and I love what we get to do. It just definitely takes a lot of tips and a lot of help along the way. So today I have 5 tips for you guys, and I do have a little bit of a bonus tip, so definitely stick around for the end of the video for that one. But my first tip is to make sure you have enough shipping supplies on hand. Now, when it comes to you either being a reseller on eBay or on Poshmark, this is contributing to both. You can actually purchase on the USPS website free boxes. Now, definitely if you are a eBay reseller, make sure you're paying attention to whether you are using a flat rate or a priority mail box, because that is going to make a huge difference in your pricing on eBay. However, on Poshmark, USPS is free game now. I actually created a video before, I will probably link it here, of Poshmark shipping supplies, and after I did that, I realized Poshmark had changed things, and now you could use, whether it was priority mail, flat rate, regional, any of those boxes, you can actually use on their website. So I would just say, think about the items that you have on hand right now. Are they shoes? Are they golf clubs? Are they baseball bats? Are they video games? Are they board games? Are they clothing? Are they large jackets? You want to think about those things and start getting all those shipping supplies now, because the last thing you want to do is run out of something in the middle of Q4 and it take twice as long to get to you just because shipping is backed up anyways. Another thing about being an eBay seller is if you do have a store subscription, you are lucky enough to get a credit on a quarterly basis to purchase shipping supplies from eBay store on eBay. Depending on what eBay subscription you have will alter how much your credit is. I love that. There's specific items that I get, like their large poly mailers or their padded poly mailers. Yeah. Polymailers, yeah. Those are kind of the ones that I would recommend. You can also purchase eBay tape on there. If you are wanting USPS tape, you need to call them, not try to find it on the website, because it will not be there. And then one of the things that I've noticed over the last couple times that I have ordered their tape is generally the customer service person asks what I am using the tape for. So I clearly emphasize the fact that I will be using the tape on boxes that are unmarked with USPS. So what do I mean by that? For some reason, they've now decided that the tape is going to be kind of like a marketing portion of like the reason why you can have the tape. So if you have a regular USPS box, the white one that has like red font or red borders on it, they don't want you to use the tape on there. They want you to use the tape on something like you're reusing an Amazon box or any of the eBay supplies that you use. And I do use the tape for that, but I do have to emphasize that when I'm on the phone. Don't know why they decided to change that, but just get stocked up. Be confident that you have enough stuff through Q4, because trust me, you will be selling a lot of things. Number 2, think of the common gift ideas and get those on hand. So if you are a clothing reseller, this might sound super funny, but get gloves, get hats, get socks, get fuzzy socks. Those are some very common things that people will use for like an elephant gift exchange, or they have no idea what they're going to get for a family member, and so they just really do something very minimal. I fortunately had a Nordstrom palette of general merchandise. I will link that here as well. But in that, I had a lot of hats, gloves, mittens, scarves, all those different things, or even ear muffs. And they've been selling really well. Anytime you have new merchandise like that on hand, it's going to do really well, but more specifically, if you think about those gift ideas, you are going to be in luck. I think last year we ended up getting some fuzzy socks because they were on clearance at a store, and they have all sold. They completely sold out. We even had Under Armour, like 6 packs of socks, and all of those sold out too, both on eBay and on Poshmark. So it might not be like the most fun, elaborate thing to list in your store, but it will sell out. Any of these items can be found at thrift stores, consignment stores, buy-sell trade stores, and keep an eye out at your local box retailers when they have different clearances. And number 3 is going to kind of funnel right into that. So thinking about new merchandise, and I love going into like Walmart or Target and taking a look at those yellow tags. What is on clearance, or even like the end caps that have clearances? I will go in there, take a look at what they have in clearancing, how much is actually being clearanced off, because Walmart does a really great job of saying something's clearanced, but when you actually look at the retail versus the clearance, it's only like a couple dollars. The neat thing is you can actually scan an item if it does have a barcode in eBay. So when you do that, you're then able to pull up, is there any of these items on eBay? And then more importantly, have any of them sold? You can start to look at that sold price and see, okay, it's selling for this price in the store. Is it worth it for me to pick up? Some other general merchandise that you can think about is very much toys are a big thing, obviously through the Christmas season. And I kind of feel like this year we might see even a higher plethora of people wanting to buy toys online. So keep an eye out for anything and everything. Think about the cartoons that are really popular right now. Think about the movies that are really popular right now, because everyone is going to be looking for the toys that are kind of in those ballparks. And also keep an eye out for any sort of discounts. Target will periodically do like 20% off on all their Legos, or like if you spend over $50, you get $10 off, or $100 and you get $20 off. So kind of think about some of those different things to help drop down the prices, maybe in a different way versus just looking at the clearance items. You can also go onto their website and order things straight to your doorstep. And when you do that, definitely use, I think it's Radican. It's formerly eBay, and that's all I remember what it was called. But I love using that because if I go onto a website, I have it already as a Chrome extension, that website. And so it pops up and says, hey, if you order anything by clicking on this right now, you're going to get 2% back on everything that you order, or 10%, or sometimes they have discounts that you might not actually see on like the Target website. Keep an eye out for different things like that through the holiday season. Those items are amazing kickers. I think we've sold almost all of our Legos. We've sold a lot of different toys and action figures. If you're a clothing reseller, think about what is on trend in the fall as well as in the winter. Be looking at new with tagged merchandise at thrift stores, consignment stores, buy-sell trades, like I said before. But also, don't be afraid to take a look at some box retailers. I will just stress, more importantly, whatever you do, make sure you are checking comps on whatever platform you commonly sell on. Number 4, get in the spirit. Think about Halloween. Think about Christmas, Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, New Year's. Think about any of the holidays that are in this season. Then start to think about what items are people going to be purchasing. Home decor, costumes, ugly sweaters, anything that is surrounding the holidays. But I will heavily stress, number 1, be willing to take the risk. If you don't feel comfortable about taking the risk, do not buy it, because one of two things can happen. You can either end up sitting on it for this season, you have to wait till the following season, or 2, you might just barely make your money, if maybe even lose some money. So think about that calculated risk before you actually purchase. And then the number 2 tip that I would provide you with is at least get these items listed 6 weeks before the holiday. So that being said, if you have any Halloween costumes that you've picked up, whether it was at the Goodwill outlet, some that you have from your family from previous years, get those listed now. You will be so surprised at the fact that people are starting to think about that stuff right now. I mean, let's think about retailers for a minute. We will be in the summer and we're starting to see back to school things coming out. And it's like the kids just finished school. Like, why is back to school stuff coming in? But that's how far ahead they're having to think, and that stuff is already selling. So think about that as well. If you're thinking about holiday decor or anything like that, that you want to get those items up really as soon as possible. Number 5, run a sale, but make sure your sale is going to still provide you with the item getting there in time before Christmas. One of the things that I like to think about is the fact that USPS definitely slows down on their shipping and handling time. 2 things that I will do during the holidays to kind of help boost sales is, number 1, if you're an eBay seller, change your handling time to 1 day. I know this means that there might be a lot more items you have to like get packaged up and sent out to the post office ASAP, but that is the spirit of the holiday season. We would not be making the money we make in this season if we aren't willing to work for it, you guys. I changed my handling time because I'm fully aware that the shipping might actually be longer, and we never know what sort of storms could end up happening, and so sometimes things even get delayed further because of that. We're still in the middle of a pandemic, and so if employees end up going out for work because they're sick, you know the drill. There's so many different things that can get in the way. So change your handling time, and then also promote the fact that you're willing to ship it out the following day, and run a sale probably like a week and a half before Christmas is here to give enough allotted time to get the item to someone. Even say in your listings that you will guarantee that you can get this item to them before Christmas. But do not do that unless you're willing to put in the work to make sure that happens. People might be more likely to purchase from you if they do know that you will guarantee that, or at least do your best to make sure that'll happen. Once it's in USPS's hands, or FedEx or UPS, not on me, I'll just say. And then my bonus tip. This is actually one that I feel like, honestly, I talked about this recently, but it is very applicable to this season, is think about seasonal gear. So what do I mean by that? It is winter time. People are snowboarding. People are skiing. People are going ice skating. People are playing in the snow if they do have any. What are some things that are surrounding that? Okay, so we've got skis, we've got skate or snowboards, which I would probably want to list those things on more like Facebook Marketplace. It makes me really nervous trying to ship something like that, but people do it all the time. So you do you, boo. Snow boots, ski boots, snowboarding boots. As I mentioned already before, hats, gloves, winter coats are a big one. Snow pants, snow bibs, all those things. Think about this. If you are a parent, how often is it that your child is going to fit the same things from last winter in this winter? Not all the time, let me just say. So parents are having to rebuy these items almost annually. This is something, if you haven't considered maybe selling kids clothing, this would be an area that I would really advise doing so, because even Cat and Jack, which is a Target brand, will still easily sell anywhere from $15 to $20 for me, like within a day or 2. So I would not look at any brand and go, I don't know if that will sell or not. Trust me, it will sell. And as I kind of alluded to already, this is really applicable for us any time of the year, to be honest. You never really know where people are traveling. So in the summertime, we were having a ton of winter coats that were selling, even snow boots that were selling, kids snow boots. I will link that here. I talked about it in my what sold in the summer, but in this season, they go even faster. I mean, I'm so thankful. Trying to store this stuff is a bit of an issue. So I love when it sells so fast, because it's just quick money back into our pockets, and I don't have to worry about like trying to store it for a long time frame. So guys, jump over to Karina's video and definitely give her a shout out. Let her know that I sent you over there. Enjoy her video. I'm going to be doing the same thing, and I cannot wait to see you guys next week. Bye.